This is my dream, this is my passion, this is something that I believe in.
If you're always afraid that things are going to go wrong, your business isn't going to succeed.
Who would have thought SOTs would make us millionaires?
I'm a third-scale entrepreneur and CEO of Spurgo.
I'm the inventor of the locker boards.
I'm 14 years old. I'm the CEO of Sally Candy.
I'm the co-founder here at Rumble Boxing.
CEO of Klay Versus.
This is my hustle.
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 Today on My Hustle, we're going to see some extraordinary entrepreneurs who have turned their passions into profit. Follow along as we learn about their business, determination, and road to success in the creative industry. Up first, we'll see how Austin and Hunter created a place where college athletes can sell their old gear.
It's easy to find a shirt or a hat for your favorite team. It's a lot harder to find game-worn apparel.
It's called the Player's Trunk. It's already received national attention with people like ESPN's Jay Billis talking about business on Twitter.
It started at the beginning of this quarantine, and we came up with the name, and we just got rolling.
Pretty big names have already inquired on how to sell their items on the website.
Dwayne Wade, Darren Ravel, and Chris Brickley, those are guys that I know I grew up idolizing. For them to shout out a company that I'm a part of was something really special for me. What's up, guys? My name's Austin. I'm 20 years old.
I'm Hunter. I'm 22 years old.
And we are two of the co-founders of the Player's Trunk.
And this is our hustle. So the Player's Trunk is a platform that we established to give former college athletes the opportunity to sell their team-issued and player-owned gear to fans worldwide.
The idea initially started about a year ago when we kept seeing former college athletes try to sell their gear on websites such as Instagram and Twitter. Immediately we thought that there had to be a better and more efficient way that these athletes could sell their gear instead of having to go through hundreds of DMs. And that's when we initially brought the idea to two of our co-founders as well, Xavier Simpson and Charles Matthews, who are former Michigan basketball players.
And after they each stopped playing, they wanted to sell their gear. First of all, a lot of people that were DMing them weren't serious buyers. They just wanted to have some sort of interaction. And second of all, we weren't reaching the audience that we could have reached. And in return, you'll get better pricing, you'll get more serious buyers. And once Charles sold his gear, I'm like, all right, this needs to happen. That's when we started and created the website and the whole mission of the company.
Three of our co-founders are managers at Michigan. So we grew up around basketball. It's sort of been our passion throughout our lives. When we're walking around campus, people are constantly coming up to us, hey, where'd you get that backpack? And they always want it. You can't find any of the items that we're selling in a campus bookstore, for example, or any of these player exclusive gear because they're only given to the players and the coaching staff.
So we sell anything from game-worn items, whether it's jerseys, shoes, practice gear,
memorabilia, and higher-end collector items. Charles Matthews has a Final Four chair up that's literally one of a kind. Can't find it anywhere else. In terms of bestsellers, team-issued sneakers, especially basketball sneakers, even just everyday sneakers have been really popular. So right now we're in our warehouse, aka our garage. This is the majority of our inventory here. Can give you a quick walkthrough, but we have it organized and categorized by individual player and then by school. So Kansas, Notre Dame, Baylor, we got Rutgers, Arizona was a big one from Chase Jeter. Even as a Syracuse guy, probably my favorite item that we have, super exclusive item. Alabama's coming soon, but we expect a big drop and big hype for that one.
Just game-worn shoes as well. So these are from Khalil Iverson. He played at Wisconsin for 4 years, was a key part in their success in the Big Ten. So this has been an item that fans love to see is the game-worn products that their favorite players are wearing. We also have these signed foam boards by Elijah Hughes, who was the leading scorer in the ACC this past season. A unique piece that you can hang on your wall, you can put it in your home office, and you can't find that anywhere else.
The practice jerseys right now, those are at least my favorite. You can only get them if you're on the team. So fans really like that. You can either wear it to a tailgate, wear it to your pickup game, or just keep it for a collectible. From a fan point of view, I think that's the coolest item, and it's definitely been super popular, especially for the prices that we offer them at.
Right now we have basketball, football, and baseball, but we are constantly looking to expand into other sports. It's just sort of been where our background has been in pretty much basketball, which is why we do have the majority of athletes being former collegiate basketball players.
Wow, we saw how they launched their idea. After the break, we look at how they manage their business on the day-to-day. Having a great idea is just one step. Let's see how Austin and Hunter learned to run and grow their business.
This is where I spend the bulk of my time, day in and day out. This is our fulfillment and shipping center. Usually could take me 4 or 5 hours to fulfill the orders that we get.
Pretty much the way it works is the athlete will send us the gear, we photograph it, we list it, handle all customer questions. The main thing is that we take the headache out of it. At the end of the day, they want to work on their craft, their sport, so that's where we come in and sort of take the hassle out of it for them.
Right now, a typical day is reaching out to the other athletes, continuing conversations to get more gear. And I get half the packages coming to my place in Ann Arbor, and I package all the items from the night before. Living room, the couch is filled up, the tables and chairs are all filled up. It's a lot of gear here, but we do it the right way, and no matter how big a hassle it is, we're gonna get it out.
I think the biggest challenge for me has just been like the graphics. So I'm a sport management student, and here I am learning on the fly, watching YouTube tutorials, how to do Photoshop and everything else. So I'm sort of learning on the fly as well.
So right now what I'm working on is just uploading a sneak peek of one of the upcoming trunk drops that we have on our Twitter, our Facebook, our Instagram. The more that we can do in terms of promotion to build the hype around the drop, especially with the fans that these schools have their favorite players dropping a trunk, and they can own some of their player exclusive, team gear, limited edition. Happy to, make them aware of that.
Hey guys, it's Everton here. I've decided to partner with Players Trunk, and they'll be dropping my gear for Michigan State exclusively on Tuesday. Jerseys, shirts, shorts, the whole 9, shoes. Make sure you go follow Players Trunk so you can see when everything is dropping and get that going.
It's been awesome. They worked, they earned this gear. Their response has been great. I mean, they love waking up to Venmo, Cash App. Their stuff has been selling super quick. They're super grateful for it.
We had these made up early on. These are some of the social media referrals from various influencers, athletes. This one was Jay Billis, Chris Brickley, famous NBA celebrity trainer. The Dwayne Wade one was a huge one for us. Having these, serve as a little bit of motivation so people can enjoy the gear that they want to have.
Marketing the business so far, a lot of it does come from the athletes themselves.
A lot of them have even said, I'm a year or 2 out of school already, and I've sat on, my gear in my parents' closet, in my closet, waiting for a platform like this to come around, the exposure that they rightfully deserve, and they're able to monetize off their name.
I actually found out about Players Trunk through my agency. I think it's a no-brainer, and I think Players Trunk, what they do is an excellent idea. Allowing players to profit off of their name and likeness, I think is something that should have been established from the jump. So some of the items that were included in my trunk, had a lot to do with stuff that I had extras of, fans that have purchased, items. They've shown their extreme gratitude. I think it's really cool, just to have that connection with fans that really do. So I think it's just a home run for both sides, and I'm happy to be a part of it, like I mentioned before.
Yeah, I think the biggest advice that I would give is just go for it. There's not going to be a perfect time. We had the idea over a year ago, and we were always toying with it, playing around with it. The COVID pandemic hit, and what are we going to do to stay proactive and better ourselves? And all 3 of us said, hey, we're going to launch this and take it from there. But in terms of what's next for the Players Trunk in the short term, it's starting to expand and branch out into women's sports. We're launching already next week with volleyball players, women basketball players, a few softball players, and we'll continue to take it from there.
They've come up with an unbelievable idea. They're the consummate professionals, and they ensure that the athlete is able to profit in the way that they should. I'm very proud to be a part of it, and I think the sky's the limit for them because they've done it the right way.
For me, my hustle really just means, the everyday grind. It's those unseen hours, those late nights, but we're out here doing what needs to be done to get the work done and make sure we're delivering on our promise to customers.
My hustle to me is just all about the sacrifices you're making on the day-to-day, furthering myself and also continuing to grow the business.
The grind has been real, and I want this thing to be the best it can be and grow in so many ways, and the only way to do that is hard work. All 3 of us know that, and that's what we continue to plan on doing. We're going to be just fine.
When we come back, we'll meet Sean Kelly, the 23-year-old who started Jersey Champs. Sean Kelly tapped into the market for custom jerseys. And he doesn't just do sports jerseys. Artists, movies, brands, you name it, he makes it.
Jersey Champs is a sports apparel brand that creates custom jerseys for all types of people, whether it's influencers, professional athletes. There's a lot of stuff we could do with jerseys. We don't just hit the sports fans, we hit all types of fans. We've made custom jerseys for Logan Paul, Roddy Rich, Ezekiel Elliott, Jarvis Landry, Darrell Rebus.
Let's say Jersey Champ. Turn around for tell me what your name is, Jello.
And the ones we've worked with on actual jersey deals were 2 Chainz, YBN Namir, and Young M.A., and those all sold out completely. Hi, I'm Sean Kelly. I'm 23 years old. I'm the founder of Jersey Champs, and this is my hustle. I started Jersey Champs in May of 2016 when I was a freshman at Rutgers University. I started it because I really saw a need in the jersey game for other types of designs. Back then, you could only get jerseys of your favorite athletes, and there really wasn't jerseys of your favorite artists or other interests. So I really wanted to hit that market and just saw a need and went for it. Here we have the Flint Tropics jersey. Klay Thompson wore this jersey before one of his games. It's the Jackie Moon Flint Tropics jersey. Here we have the First We Feast jersey. We did a collab with Sean Evans, a popular podcast on YouTube where people eat hot wings and get interviewed. This was one of my favorite collabs. Here we have a rapper collab, the rapper Russ, who's a pretty big rapper. We did a jersey for his album Zoo. We do a lot of jerseys for charity. This was the charity jersey we did for Kobe Bryant. We were able to raise a little over $50,000 in 2 days with this jersey. So here we have an example of an embroidery baseball jersey. This is Kakamba's. I got a custom one with my name and number on it. An example of a football jersey. This is Ray Finkel. It's from a movie and it's embroidered. And I am wearing one of our hockey jerseys. It's a custom Mighty Ducks one with the Mighty Ducks on the front and my name and number on the back. Our best sellers are definitely the basketball jerseys and the jerseys we collab on with rappers and also the charity ones. So you can see more of our jerseys on our website at jerseychamps.com. We're actually in the progress of making a custom jersey for Damian Lillard, the Dame Dollar jersey. I basically DM'd him on Instagram. That's how we get a lot of our influencers. Since we have that big audience, they'll usually respond to our page.
The design process for me basically comes down to Sean sending me an athlete looking for jersey, and we'll do a little research, ask them what they're looking for within it. Then Sean kind of opens the floor to me and just kind of lets me create based on what I've seen online and researched about the athlete or the celebrity that we're working for. For Damian, he was really looking for incorporating not only his basketball side, but also his love for rap and music. So I was able to do a little bit of research, look into his merch line and whatnot, and pull some stuff to really put this one together. Two of my favorite designs for Jersey Champs are actually the two of my most recent. I have one right here for Steve Aoki. Super simple, super clean, but it incorporates two of his merch logos. Which is, his silhouette of his face and then the face on the back. Another one of my favorite designs is actually for Tyler Hero. For anyone that knows Tyler Hero, he loves his fashion and is always wearing something that is loud. So that is what I went with for this one. I went with a Miami Vice tie-dye background, mixed in with a little bit of a Tron texture, and also when we zoom in here, we have this nice floral design that's gradiented into the top. Along with the Miami Vice look for the front and on the back. And then my favorite little tie into it is I have the Kentucky checkers on the side to give a nod to his college. So this one, again, very different from Steve Aoki, but they're both great in their own way. We also have a lot of new and designs coming up, so you guys are gonna have to check back to see those.
So the hustle was real when I was first starting out in my dorm room at Rutgers because I didn't have any money and I didn't really have any knowledge of what I was getting into. So I had to learn everything on the fly. Like the first year I was working, 10 to 15 hours, some days 18 hours a day. So we've been able to grow mainly through social media. A lot of our customers come from Instagram or Facebook. We're starting to get into TikTok now as well. And just by leveraging influencers we've worked with, we're able to get, bigger and bigger people. So when we were starting out, we were just starting out with micro and nano influencers. And now we're able to work with the likes of rappers, A-list celebrities and stuff. And people really trust brands that have credibility. So last year we did $1.2 million. This year, hopefully we can hit $1.5 million. Unfortunately, the coronavirus has impacted our sales in the apparel space. A lot of companies got hit. We're hoping to bounce back, and I think we can make that happen. So motivation for me is just growing the company, and I just pay myself $50,000 a year so I could get by, but I really put the company first, and that's always going to be the way I see it. So just the long-term vision of where I want it to be is what motivates me. I just know that there's two types of people. There's like the talkers and the doers. I try to associate myself with action takers and the doers, so I don't really entertain people that are all talk. And I just believe you surround yourself with success, you'll become successful. So that's definitely my biggest piece of advice. So Jersey Champs has been amazing. It's built so many relationships with me that it's been unreal, honestly. So I'm moving out to LA in a few months, and I'm just gonna try to grow the influencer credibility of our brand and try to partner with so many people out there. We're trying to get into events, we're trying to get sponsorships. So there's a lot moving forward that we're excited for. We really want to hop into esports and see what we can do there.
After this, we'll head over to Alex Katz and his custom gear. He paints and designs custom kicks and gear for big name athletes. Let's see how Alex Katz hustles.
So Stadium Custom Kicks is a team of artists all located throughout the country, and we customize footwear in every sport, and our customers of all different levels of play and all different ages.
I followed the account for a long time, but I had no idea that he was the creator of it. So once I met him, I found out. I was just kind of amazed that he had been doing all that while he was playing in the minors.
Being a player in itself is a lot of work. That's a full-time job in itself. So to balance a business on top of that, or family, or whatever you got going on, it's definitely tough juggling all that, especially the business he's built is pretty big. So I'm sure he's got a lot on his plate.
My name is Alex Katz. I'm 25 years old. I'm a pitcher in the Kansas City Royals organization and founder of Stadium Custom Kicks, and this is my hustle. Welcome to my home. So right now we're in the basement, and this is where the painting magic happens when I'm home in the off season. Over here we got some jerseys. These are a few of the jerseys that I pitched in the World Baseball Classic with Team Israel with. And that's really how I got into the sneaker customizing business. I wanted some cool looking cleats for myself. And what started just as a pair for myself turned into a hobby, and then eventually into a business. So there's a studio right here. We have a little ventilation unit which goes out to the window, so we're not breathing in all that paint. Here's some more jerseys, as well as some other shoes and cleats of mine. Some of them I painted myself, but we also have a team of 10 amazing artists right now throughout the whole country. This pair right here, I actually painted after we got sent home from spring training. Put my last name here and did a cool little abstract pattern. Something like this. It's just simple, just putting my last name on there. Andrew, our artist from Seattle, he painted these. These are a little digi camo on these. Here's some basketball shoes with the St. John's logo. That's where I went to college. So as you can see here, it's mostly baseball cleats, but we don't just do baseball cleats. We have worked with a few hundred Major League Baseball players just in a couple of years. Some of those names include Aaron Judge, Robinson Cano, Felix Hernandez, so some pretty big names there. But we also work with NFL players and pretty much any athlete from any sport, any level, any age. So we don't limit ourselves to any specific type of person. Our business is split really into two different categories. One are concept designs, and my friend Evan Mendoza, he's a minor leaguer in the St. Louis Cardinals organization. He does all our digital mock-ups, and then we put those up on the website. So now customers can just go on our website and order cool designs.
So I'm the concept designer. I'm in charge of laying out all the concepts that we release to the public for releases. Every 2 weeks or so, I'll do 5 or 6 designs that we release to the public for sale in the stadium store. With Alex being part of, I think he was with the White Sox at the time. He was in pro baseball, so the word got out, and I saw him on social media all the time, posting cool kicks, and definitely caught my attention. So I just reached out to him one day, and then that's basically how we built that relationship. And we've been working basically ever since 2018 or 2017.
The other half of our business is basically create your own design, where people can message us and pretty much do any design imaginable, whether it's just changing the solid colors on the shoes or painting, your whole family portraits on the side of the shoes. So with the talent that we have and all the artists that we have, we could pretty much cover any design imaginable. For me, my baseball career is most important. It's what I've been focused on pretty much my whole life. I know ever since Little League, my dream was to play in the major leagues. And I know how far I've come and how close I am to fulfilling those goals and those dreams. This footwear business that I have is obviously a ton of fun, and it's a legitimate business. It's definitely a lot of my plate between the footwear business and my baseball career, but I make it work, and I don't think doing either distracts me from doing the other. So I don't think that working with the footwear company takes away from my baseball career. I think it actually helps it and keeps me more focused. What's next for me is just training every day, staying ready, improving my game on the baseball field, and being ready for whenever we get the call back from the Royals that our season's on. As far as business, just keep growing in a good direction, networking with other people and expanding what we offer as a company.
The sports fashion world is growing, and these 4 entrepreneurs found a great way to tap into it. With a great idea, dedication, and drive, you can do anything. These entrepreneurs have shown us what their hustle is. What's yours?